Oh, don't fail me. Stupid thing. Sorry about that. Oh. There we are. For some reason, it actually showed the other way around when I tested it. So I had to turn you around. Sorry about that. Welcome to Crafting with Linda live. I hope some of you will show up live so we can do this. I'm not sure about the image quality on this tablet because I've never used it before. But I am recording on my video camera up there. So if you see me looking up, that's why. So the replay will be better quality if this is bad. I don't know. I have no clue. Sometimes my upload speed also makes problems. But today we're going to do some crafting. I am an avid crafter. I have crafted pretty much since I could hold a pencil. And this year I haven't done enough of it. So lately I've done quite a bit. I've made some dolls and some hair ornaments. And I made a hip bag. What else have I made? Well, I'm about to make a hood for my daughter and a dress for her as well. Plus I have a bunch of clothing I need to sew for myself because, well, I shrunk a little. So I need to make what I have fit, and I have to make some new stuff that looks better on my current body. So, but today we are going to do some crafting. It will be paper-based. This is interactive, so I want to see you in the chat. And I know this is a tricky time for some of you. So if you're not able to show up, if I don't get any input, I will pick at random and we'll see how it turns out. I'm also doing a second live on Wednesday at 10:30 p.m. Central European Time, 22:30. That is 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time in the US and 1:30 p.m. Pacific Time. And it's 9:30 p.m. or 21:30 in London. So I'm trying to find a time that works for everyone. If you're here, say hi. And I'm trying to keep an eye on the chat on my PC while I'm talking to you on the tablet. But let's see what we have here. I'm going to just put up my hair because it's going to get in the way otherwise. There's a lot of it. I have some relatively stiff paper. It's not printed paper, it's sort of a grade above it, which I'm going to use to make some cards. And it's too late to send out any seasonal cards now, but there's always next year. I also have some old book pages. I have a piece of Christmas advertising, which has some nice colors and shapes. I have a bunch of washi tape. This is half of it. So, see if I can hold all of it without dropping it on the floor. That's all of it, plus the holder. And there's one in the holder too. So I have a bunch of washi tape, 2 scissors, just craft scissors, nothing fancy. I have 2 kinds of tissue paper, I think it's called, some crinkly paper. I have some ivy napkins, paper napkins, and so I just had to get rid of some dust. I have some different kinds of glue, some glitter glue as well, and my Sharpies and Posca pens. So we'll see what we can do with all of this. Remember to say hi if you're here. So I know you're here. I can't see you, even though you can see me. So say hi when you get in here. And those are the materials. And that's what's happening today. Paper-based crafting. Let's see, I think I have to cut these in half. It's a bit too big for a card. And I don't want to make a fold-over card, so I'm just going to cut these in half. I set the time for this for half an hour. It might be shorter if nobody shows up because, well, interaction makes for more fun and also takes more time. So if nobody shows up, it might get a bit shorter. When I do the replay, I'm going to cut out any annoying sounds, any not necessary sentences, stuff like that. I do tend to ramble on a bit. That's just because I love talking. Let's see, the edge didn't look that nice. I'm just going to clean it up. There. Let's see what we do with this. Open up this ivy napkin. Okay, not finger friendly. Side, I don't think I need more than one. Let's see what we do with this. This interactive stuff is sort of depending on you actually saying something. So if you're here, let me know. But as long as nobody's here, I'm going to pick these at random. I'm going to try to cut around the leaves here to make a nice border. I hope I'll go out while we're doing this. That would be problematic. Cut off a bit. And fit it along the edge of the paper. It's probably stupid to put on the frame before we put on what's supposed to be inside, so I might not glue it down. Not yet. Should have had a paper waste basket. But I don't, so I'm just collecting it on the side for later. The thing behind me is Thomas. He is 3 years old now. Or two or three, I'm not sure. A nice kitty, not overly social and cuddly, except when he wants something from you. usually runs around like he has a jet propulsion at night because we have to close the kitchen door. And he doesn't like that. He wants free reign of the house. Hope it's okay that I'm giving you some behind the scenes as well as doing this crafting. Otherwise, there wouldn't be that much to talk about. Just gonna cut that off there. We have the bottom one. Top one. Oh, almost fell off. I might use this one for the sides. Splitting it in two. And then we get something for the top. Chop, 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 chop. I wish there was a crafting group or a local one. But the only group that's here is, first of all, they are all at least 30 years older than me. And it's knitting and not much else. So if I'm gonna have some kind of group that does more than one thing and that doesn't charge a lot a year to get in, I might have to start on my own, but I don't think it's the right area for it because, well, there aren't that many people here. Same goes for art groups. Sorry, I can't sit normally. I just can't. Sorry about that. I have very valid reasons for not sitting up straight. I have a bad back, bad neck, fucked up shoulders, fucked up knees, and muscle pain all over the place, so I can't stay still and sit like normal people do. In case that annoys you, I am sorry. Let's see what else we can get here. Maybe we can get some bubbles from the brain fart from the advertisement. There's very little bubbles in here, but I did find some. Just going to cut those out so we can use them. Do a rough cut first, so I don't have to handle the whole page at once. There, less crinkly noises for you. I don't see anyone in the chat. Just in case someone has said something, it's not showing up for me. So that's why I'm not replying. And I don't have a virtual assistant or anything like that. So I can't keep my eyes on everything at the same time. That is why I only have one camera on this live, and it's also because I don't have another one that actually connects to the same computer. But that's why you won't see any cuts over to a different view, things like that. I will make sure to add photos to the replay. So if you really want to see, you can come back and watch that. I will also post the finished stuff on my Instagram stories and on my Litta's Crafty Corner on Facebook. I recently started that because I felt like I couldn't add mundane crafts and witchcrafts to my art page. So it was better that they had their own page. I know I have a witch's library, but that's more about information, not so much about crafts. So I needed a dedicated crafts page, so I created one. I wonder where I'm going to put these balls. Should they be up in the corner? Like that, allowing for a frame around? Or should they be in the middle? The other corner? What would look best? Thomas going at his tower, in case you wondered what the sound was. Let's see, I'm going to see what it looks like if I add the borders to it, just to get an idea. Since I'm not getting any input. Yeah, I think they're best off to one side. I think it'll do. A Prick stick will be enough to attach these, since it's just advertising. I don't think I need any special glue for it. Speaking of glue, I have been looking like crazy to find a European alternative to E6000. We can't get that here. It's impossible. Can't find it. So I needed to find an alternative, and of all places, the only place I found a universal, transparent, strong glue was in the grocery store. Couldn't find it in any of the craft stores, Norwegian craft stores online. But I found it in my grocery store, which is down the hill in the village center. But you never know where you're going to find something good. It wasn't that expensive either. Let's see, what else can we put on this card? I think it needs at least one more thing. Something else that goes with green. Maybe a little snowman. I don't think there's anything else in this. Well, they do have gnomes, but they have printing on top of them. Very annoying. I prefer my gnomes unprinted. Well, not unprinted, but you know, they put a box on top of the picture with a price. And that's not fun when you're trying to find something to cut out. So I think I'm going to have to make do with this snowman. I'm going to show it to you once I cut it off this page. It goes missing. Thomas. Crazy cat. There's the snowman. Just going to cut him out so we get rid of the paper around him. Looks a bit better that way. We'll see how many cards we can get done in the time we have today. I'll probably continue even after I'm done the recording. And I'll show them off later. But how about talking about something that's actually seasonal? The solstice is coming up. We are 4 days away from the solstice. Sorry, counting on my fingers. I just had to. Oh, my head doesn't work that well today. 4 days away from the solstice. I don't know if you celebrate it, but I do. I will be starting my day, besides the usual stuff of feeding animals and things like that. I will be starting it with rice porridge. I always do that. Even if I have to forego all the other celebrations of the solstice, I will have rice porridge for breakfast. That's the only day in the year I do that. And, well, it's tradition and I'd like to keep it. Thomas! That cat's nuts. Maybe he's jealous of you because I'm talking to you, not to him. Let's see, is there any washi tape that's red? No, not really. Now we have this one. One on the holder. With some stars and stuff. But I don't know if it will fit this. I think I'm gonna stick to cutouts and the ivy and see what else we can put in here. I don't know if it needs much more other than writing. The frame in so I can get a look at it. I'm starting to think this should have had some color, but this kind of paper isn't made for painting on. So we'll have to do something else. Maybe some writing. I have a red pen that isn't hopelessly dark. Test on some paper. That's a good red. I'm not sponsored by anyone. I actually bought these myself. I wouldn't mind getting sponsors. Who minds getting sponsors? I do have one sponsor, the one who sent me 180 paintbrushes. But I don't have any regular sponsorships. The thing you can do if you would like to get your name up on the sponsor page is support me through Patreon. And if you don't like Patreon, I have 2 other alternatives on my website. Both a PayPal and a Liberia Pay option. Oh, I so suck at writing pretty. I've never been good at writing nice. If you could ask my teachers from my school days, they would tell you I didn't write pretty. Probably crooked and everything, but at least there is some text on it. I usually don't use the word Christmas, but I have friends who do. So one of them might get this later. Ow. Yeah. See, do I have a darker red here somewhere? I think I do, but I'm not sure. That's pink. Sorry for the noise. I think Thomas found that time was it lying down on the advertising page? I'm just gonna take a photo. Let's see. It's a bit darker. Let's do some shading. Maybe some adjusting of the letters, make them a little bit more pretty. If you're wondering what word I use instead of Christmas, I use the word Jul or Yule, because they tried to force the term Christmas or Christ Mass on the Scandinavians, but it never stuck. Still say Yule. We still use the same word that was used since probably the Bronze Age. Spelling has changed slightly, but it's still the same word. It's still a festive occasion. Primarily family oriented. As anywhere else, we do have people who get too drunk at Christmas. Not gonna pretend we don't. But for the most part, it is a family feast. Good food, gifts, and just enjoying being with friends and family. I'd love to hear how you celebrate your Christmas or Yule or whatever your tradition calls it. Let me know in the comments, even if you do it after the live is finished. I would love to hear it. See if we can glue down these things. I think I'm almost running overtime. I might have talked too much. See if I can finish this card so you can see it. Just so we actually have a finished product to show for our time. I'll put the glue on the wrong side. I'll glue this edge instead. Just going to cut off the excess afterwards. Just to make it nice. And the last edge. I can't believe half an hour went by that fast. Oh well. Lesson learned for next time. We can trim off the excess. And I will show you the finished card. It's not super fancy, but that wasn't the point. The point was having a chat and creating something. Maybe we can do something fancy on another day. That is the card. And if you would like to join me on Wednesday, I will post the time on my social media. And thank you for watching, whether you watched live or the replay. I will be back on Wednesday with another live. And if you can't make it on Wednesday, have a wonderful holiday. Oh, what did I say? Yeah. that's all I have for right now. Thank you for being here. If you're watching the replay, thanks for watching, and make sure to check out Wednesday's live and all the other videos I have. Until next time, bye-bye.